Okay, welcome back to your cariboudatascience channel. I'm continuing to rework uh, the report, my Ohio COVID-19 daily analysis report. Still trying to figure out what's the best way to do an adjustment for the 4,000 missing deaths in the fourth quarter last year and the 4,000 added deaths added in February 2021. So let's just run the report together and see exactly what we got here. So what you got here is, here's the cases. You can see these anomalies here, but the general trend in the cases like this. Okay. Here's some summary stats: first quartile, the mean, median. Uh, so here you go. Minimum 598. Okay. Okay. And the mean is 46.6. Okay. This is for the entire data set. Maximum 2599. Okay. This is a straight low edge function for daily deaths. Okay. So this will be the fourth quarter here. And this is just the numbers from January 1st on. This is where they try to make the adjustment for the 4,000 missing deaths in the fourth quarter in here. But it's only 2 days, okay? Um, I substituted my own number for those. I substituted basically the, the, the average number of daily deaths since January 1st, and that's why these numbers are up here a little bit. The most important thing is this line right down here. The trend is trending down. Okay, you can see it here also. Okay, let's try one more thing here for this, shall we? So let's just go to a simple linear regression line. What you can see here, the linear regression line says deaths are declining. Deaths are declining. Okay. Oh wait. Oops. 21-day moving average. There's the date. Let's see. Dates. Dates. Dates starting with January 1st, 2021. So the good news is this, my friends. Okay, the good news is this. Okay, deaths on average are trending down. Okay, we have a downward trend in deaths right now. What about? Let's take a look at this from the top. Okay, somebody's listening to a conservative commentary right now, and in the back, the guy, a conservative commentator, had a dopey interview with Geraldo Rivera, and of course, okay, so since the first of the year, you know what? I hate to do this, but I'm gonna go back, and I'm gonna take this back to. Now, here's the thing: if we look at it this way, the trend is up, some odd reason or other, but that's not really accurate, in my opinion. Let's go back to. Okay, so by narrowing it down, we can see more specifically what is really going on. And that is since December 1st of last year, the trend, even with the 4,000 added, is down. The trend is down in deaths. That's not the message that the powers that be, in my opinion, want us to know. All right? So maybe I'll go with a very simple report just like this one here. Okay? So, Okay. Okay, so I keep getting distracted in the background here. So I'm actually going to stop this report right here because it really tells us what I want to know about at this point. You can always see the problem with deaths are these huge massive spikes in February, okay? Which is what we corrected, right? This isn't particularly helpful. Well, you can't see here again, begin the first year, we could just distinct declining trend in deaths. We know that the fourth quarter is too low, but that's okay. But it's still really going up, but it wouldn't affect these numbers all that much. Now, this is probably the best one of all so far. Again, this is since since December 1st, 2020. And you can see the trend from here to here is down in deaths. Again, this is a 21-day moving average. So at any point along the line, that's the average number of deaths for the previous 21 days. Okay, that's basically what this plot says. Okay, uh, more important, in my opinion, even the numbers along the y-axis here, is the direction that the plot is going, and the plot is clearly declining since December 1st. The trend has clearly been down. Okay, I think we'll call a quote this report right here. This is really what I want you to see about the deaths. Okay, this is really what it's about. We can even say there's a trend in cases. There's a downward trend in cases. Does that mean it's not going to go up or down? No, it means that as of right now, the daily numbers for Ohio are basically worthless, in my opinion, at this point. This is why we're using things like LOAS fitted curves and looking at the most recent data, smoothing out the most recent data. And this is why we're looking at this line right here. My friends, since December 1st, again, final thought, since December 1st, Ohio's deaths have been declining. Yes, there are days it spikes, but some of these spikes, like this right here, could very easily be an adjustment. We know there's adjustments in February 12th and 13th. I tried to compensate for those. That's why this number is under 100 and not like 2,900. Okay, so here you go. So anyway, thanks so much for your time, Buckeye State. And like I say, I'm really simplifying this report just to get us down to the narrowest data. You know what? Let's just to be consistent. Let's just do one more thing. Okay, let's calculate the cases on a 21-day moving average. Because like I say, the simple fact of the matter is, deaths, this so we can get a consistent, to a certain extent, what happened last year no longer really matters. The deaths and cases have been recorded right or wrong, and so therefore, what we really need to concern with is the most recent trend. Okay, so let's try this here then. Oops. And here's the cases based on a 21-day moving average since December 1st. The trend is still downward in cases. Okay, we can of course adjust this. Let's take this 14-day here. This is a little more detail, but the trend is still from here to here is down. So what's the more accurate number? Well, I'm not sure it makes that much difference. So let's switch it back to 2100. Okay, it gives us a better idea. You know what? Let's do interesting enough. Let's come back up here. Let's do. Let's come back up here. We're going to come down here and create a summary stats down here. But we're going to do this. Let's change this to moving average cases. This will be MAD then. This is going to be MAD. And this is going to be MAD. This is going to be MAC. Okay? Now I'm going to do something really radical here. Or maybe not. So let's take a look at these numbers here. Let's see how this works. Not sure why that doesn't work, but that's okay. Okay, let's run this back from the top. $60. Where's your maiden? Hmm? Now let's try this from the top. Okay, so we can start back up here now. Here's the cases as they reported directly. Zero numbers here, which makes no sense. Huge spikes here in cases, which obviously represents an adjustment of some type. Here's some summary stats for us here, of course. Mean is 2594, which is probably way too high. Median is 1,329 cases. So 50% of the daily cases is above this 1,329 number, and 50% of the daily cases are below that number. Okay, here's the problem. It's right here. This, of course, is the 4,000 added uh, in the fourth quarter of last year, which causes a huge. And you got these minus here. You got these huge exaggerated numbers here. And here's the stats. The first thing we tried is we tried a low S curve. Okay, if we cut this down to say October, okay, you would see a different picture. If you cut it down to December, okay, you would see a downward trend in cases. Now, if we take a look, after making some adjustments to 12th and 13th, this is what the deaths look like since December 1st. The case is not obvious. This number here is below this number here. That's called a declining trend. At this point, I want to suggest that most everything that happened for December 1st of last year is no longer matters because it's what the numbers are doing today. Now, the question is this: are we starting to see the effect of the vaccine yet? Probably not, because we're not seeing a real big fall in cases. Okay. Now here's the same time frame for cases since December 1st. That looks like a declining trend to me also. And the linear regression model tells us says the same thing. Okay, so this is actually going to be the new report. I really think this really narrows the numbers down to the most basic level we need. Okay, to understand what is really going on currently as of December 1st, 2020. Okay. So anyway, thanks so much for your time, and we'll get back to you tomorrow with this report again.